You're listening to the Bud Light ULM Football Tailgate Show here on the Warhawk Radio Network from Learfield. St. Francis Health is suited up and ready to meet your unique health care needs. At St. Francis Health, we put in all the hard work because when it comes to your health, every day is game day. St. Francis Health, proud to be the official medical provider of the ULM Warhawks. Joining me on the Bud Light Tailgate Show is ULM head softball coach Molly Fichtner. Molly, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks so much for having me, Cory. It's awesome to see you.
Well, it's good to see you, too. And by the way, for the folks that don't know, I had a little heart scare, and I had a double bypass, and then things didn't go well, and I had a second procedure the same day. And you guys and your young ladies really stepped up and came to see me and were sending me notes in the hospital, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're important to us. You're important to this university, and it's the least we could do.
Well, it was good to see y'all throughout that, and it's time to learn a little more about what's going on at softball. You've got first, you've got a fundraising streak in you. If you're never if something happens and you're not ever a head coach, they just need to turn you loose with the fundraising for whatever organization you're with.
You're so funny. You know, it's actually funny because I love to drive, and every time I drive, I just come up with this off the wall idea, and I'll call our staff, and I'm like, hey, I got this great idea, and then it's their job to execute it, right? And so every time I say I've got an idea, they all kind of just buckle up, and they're like, oh boy, here we go. What do we got?
So you came up with a celebrity softball game, and for the folks that don't know, you had a pretty storied softball career, and you know a lot of people.
I've been fortunate. There's no doubt I've been very fortunate. Coach Wodak, our associate head coach, she has a pretty decorated career herself as a two-time national champion, and between the two of us, we've just we were very fortunate to be able to pull some of these young ladies here. So
you've come up with this softball game. You guys are playing October 14th. That's the big match. It's going to happen at ULM Softball Complex, right?
That is correct, at 6:30 p.m.
And who are some of the folks that are coming to town? Well, first, tell me about the teams. It's like the celebrities against the Warhawks. Is that what's happening?
That is correct. It is Team Celebrity versus our team, the Warhawks, and it's going to be great. We've got an incredible roster. We've got 11 coming in. One of them is the coach. The coach for the Team Celebrity is Amanda Scarborough, who's a current ESPN analyst, All-American herself at Texas A&M. What I like to refer to as the Alex Rodriguez for softball.
Wow.
Had an incredible career, and now she's an ESPN analyst. And then the lineup, we've got 10 that are just unbelievable coming in.
You are doing this on the 14th of October, so a traditional softball game, but then I understand there might be a little home run derby competition going on.
That is correct. We want to make it fun. And a lot of these girls that are coming in, they are still training for the hopes of the 2028 Olympics. And so, of course, they're coming here. They just got done with their professional. Some of them just got done with their professional career season. And so we are trying to spice it up a little bit and make sure everybody stays healthy and we don't worry about any of that. And a home run derby is definitely one that I think is going to be fun for the fans.
Now, you also have a DJ and music, and I'm sure there's going to be some fun surprises for the evening, right?
There's no doubt. This past summer I went to my first Savannah Bananas baseball game, and not sure, Cory, if you've ever been to one of those.
That is on my list right now, and unfortunately, I'm doing sports, football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, soccer, and there's just like every weekend the Bananas are playing, I'm doing something. I'm going to have to take a day off and go watch some banana ball.
Oh, it was fun. We got fortunate. Coach Wodak had a friend that got us some tickets, and we all went to go watch, and maybe there was a little surprises that we liked that we might be bringing to this game.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. October 14th, and you've got a problem I can already see. You can only put 1,200 people in the stadium.
That is correct. Yes, the tickets will be limited. We're also selling post-game autograph sessions. So as soon as the game is over, we will let people on the field to meet these celebrities, talk to them, take photos with them, sign posters, all of that.
Okay, you're coaching the Warhawks, I'm guessing. Who's coaching the celebrity team?
That's Amanda Scarborough.
Okay, Amanda
Yes.
Scarborough.
Amanda Scarborough. Yep, she played at Texas A&M, and she's a current ESPN analyst for softball right now, and is unbelievable human being, unbelievable person. The Alex Rodriguez of softball.
I watched your video that you made, your commercial for this, and the highlight reel of all of those folks. And Warhawks are going to have their hands full. I mean, these are professional players.
They are. It's going to be a really great time. We've got Olympic medalists. We've got world champions, NCAA national champions. We just had one that just won a few months ago that's coming here. And we've got athletes of the decade. We've got Hall of Famers. I mean, this roster is absolutely no joke.
Okay, folks are going to need to get tickets to this because I have a feeling this thing might sell out. How do you get tickets? How much are tickets? Where do you get them? Take me through the ticket process.
For sure. So there is a general admission tickets that is $40 for the game. That's just entry upon the game to watch, and then an additional $20 for post-game autographs. So that's getting on the field, hanging out with the celebrities, hanging out with the Warhawks, getting their autographs, taking photos, all of that. And then we also have 12 and under. And I can't remember at the top of my head how much 12 and under is, but it's a little less expensive than the general admission. And you can get tickets at ulm.edu/Celebrity Softball.
We're speaking with Molly Fichtner, the head softball coach at ULM. You're listening to the Bud Light ULM Football Tailgate Show. We want to remind you, and Bud Light wants to remind all fans today to stay in the game and drink responsibly. And Guerrero is proud to be the official law firm of the ULM Warhawks. Go Warhawks and go Guerrero. Now, Warhawks taking on Texas A&M in just a bit, but the softball season, I always think about softball and the spring, but in the last few years, the NCAA sort of changed the rules. There's some fall softball, right, Molly?
There is. We have 8 fall softball games that we're allowed to have during our fall segment.
Now, does that count to your real record? How does the fall softball season work?
No, it doesn't. It's a non-championship segment, so it doesn't count against our record going into the spring, since that's our championship segment.
So you get started in just a few weeks. October 6th, a home match against Arkansas Monticello, an inter-squad scrimmage on the 8th, and then Louisiana Tech on the 10th. Is that one here or there?
That one is going to be at their place October 10th, and then they are going to come to us October 25th. And
you go all the way through November 2nd with fall ball, and then the spring is just around the corner. But that's pretty neat. It gives you a chance to get competitive in the fall.
No doubt. We are so excited. We love it. That's where we can figure out our newbies, our freshmen, our transfers, what they're all about, our returners, and it's going to be great.
You've done a great job with fundraising and getting the community involved in the program and bringing people in with your Hangout with the Hawks event. By the way, I said I had the heart thing. I think I had the heart thing when I had my heart surgery. It was like I was going to MC the event. It was like 2 days before.
Yep.
And I had to call you and go, Molly, I'm in the hospital. I'm about to have heart surgery. We got to find another MC. I never asked you, how did that turn out? How did you do? How much money did you make?
Fantastic. I think, oh gosh, if I got to go back, I want to say it was upwards of maybe $160,000.
$160,000 for the night for ULM softball. Yeah. There may be some folks out there who are listening who want to get involved in softball, and they'll have the opportunity throughout the year to come to events and meet you and see you. But what do you have planned? I mean, in the last – you started with what was essentially for years it was the old baseball field before they built the baseball field in the 80s. You had 2 dugouts. It looked like a Little League complex. Not a nice one either, just a low-budget Little League complex. Since that time, you've got concession stands. You've got some bleachers in there. You built the new Stanger Young Center. And tell me about what's next. What are you envisioning for ULM softball?
I think one thing is, our attendance has gone up each year, and we've taken care of the student athletes with the Stanger Young Leadership Center. which has been great for them. They love it. We took care of the field for the safety of the players and the rainouts and all of that, which has been incredible. And now it's time to take care of the fans a little bit more. And one thing we want to do is add seating. We have a process that we have to go about just adding seating to get more people in since attendance has been going up. And we're only allowed to seat 500 with our bleachers, but, our average attendance is over that, which means people are bringing their own chairs to sit out there. And we just want to make sure the fan experience is all that it needs to be.
Molly Fichtner with us today on the Bud Light Tailgate Show. Molly, thanks for coming by today. If there's somebody out there who wants to learn more about ULM softball, keep up to date with the events, and maybe they're in the community and they want to get involved, how do they contact you?
Yeah, if you if you want to look, number one, you can follow all of our stuff on Twitter. You can see, our roster. I know we didn't talk about it too much with Team Celebrity, but we've got an individual graphic for each one as far as what their accolades are, Hall of Famers, where they played. All of that's on Twitter, anything you can find. And then if you have any questions about the game, the Celebrity game, you can absolutely reach out to me at Fichtner, Fichtner @ulm.edu, and I'd love to answer any questions, and we're looking forward to an awesome event. Again,
that's October 14th, 6:30 p.m. You can find out more about that by heading to ulm.edu/Celebrity Softball. You're listening to the Bud Light ULM Football Tailgate Show here on the Warhawk Radio Network from Learfield.